The title of this training is Success by Design. It's an inside-out job. What we mean by inside out is that what's inside of us and what we do on the outside will determine our success both personally and professionally. Have you ever thought that the two would go hand in hand? Today we're going to focus on each part because both are critical for success in your personal life and your CTFO business. I'm going to start by covering the inside part, and then I'll turn it over to Klaus, who will cover the outwardly visible things you can do to succeed. I'm passionate about this subject matter because I've been pushing myself to do the work I'm challenging all of you to do today, and it has changed my life. I, like many of you, used to tell myself that things kept happening to me until I was finally ready to hear the message that I was in control of my own life, and I realized there was actually a rudder on my boat. In other words, I had to realize that I was the captain of my own ship, and I could steer it where I wanted it to go, as opposed to just floating out in the water, hoping the wind and waves would take me somewhere good. I resisted that reality for decades, telling myself and others that I was a victim of other people and circumstances, but that simply wasn't the truth. It was my defense because I wasn't ready yet to do the hard work that it's required to change and take ownership for creating my own circumstances. And I've noticed that's true for a lot of people. They'd rather blame other people and external circumstances for their lot in life instead of realizing that their choices, decisions, and behaviors are the biggest factors in their success or failure. I used to believe that the people I saw who seemed to have it all together and be doing life so well and accomplishing worthy goals were just lucky. But as a wise business leader that I know, who is a self-made millionaire, said, I've noticed, Janet, the harder I work, the luckier I get. What a coincidence, right? Deep suffering tends to be the catalyst for change in most people, and I was no exception. Today, I want us all to focus on our part in our personal and professional success story and not focus on how other people need to change in order for us to get what we want and deserve. Like the title of this training, Success is an Inside-Out Job. I hope my message this morning will stir something inside a few of you. And I pray you'll hear what I'm saying and make a decision that now is your time and your turn to break out of self-limiting thoughts and behaviors and finally get what's important to you. Do it for you and do it for the people closest to you, your spouse, children, and teammates here at CTFO. Be kind to yourself when we close out this training this morning as you spend some time reflecting on some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you. This is not intended to be an exercise in judging yourself. My life coach of 23 years used to say, be on your side, not on your case. Now I'm going to share with you how I've been able to achieve personal and professional success. Be clear, I'm still under construction, but I've made huge progress over the past years, and I'll never stop trying to better myself. In the future, I hope you'll share with me the shift that's happened in your world as a result of applying some of the concepts that Klaus and I will be discussing here. Let's talk for a few minutes about your personal constitution or governing values, because that's critical to achieving your goals. You can't work towards or achieve something that hasn't been clearly defined. So what is your personal constitution? Take some time over the weekend to think about that and write it down. Make your list as affirmations, as if you already were the finished product. As an example, I'll share my own list that will help you get to know me better and maybe give you some ideas on creating your own constitution or list of governing values. Number 1, I love God and my neighbor. Number 2, I'm an outstanding spouse and parent. Number 3, I value learning things. Number 4, I am honest in all things. Number 5, I use excellent speech. Number 6, I maintain a strong and healthy body. Number 7, I value my time and others' time. Number 8, I am financially independent. Number 9, I change people's lives. Number 10, I listen well. Number 11, I have order in my life at all times. Number 12, I am creative. Number 13, I am a wise and fearless leader. Number 14, I have a positive attitude. Number 15, I am patient. And number 16, I am loyal and committed. Now, of course, I haven't mastered all of these things, but I know who I want to become, and this list keeps me focused on becoming that person. This list keeps me from falling back into self-defeating thoughts and behaviors, like seeing myself as a victim, incapable of achieving what's important to me, or someone who's broken, confused, and living in a constant state of chaos. By holding on to the truth that I was created for greatness, then all things become possible. You were born for greatness too. The key to our success is truly to hold to our governing values to the best of our ability and surround ourselves with people who are positive influences and support us in achieving our goals. Living life on our terms is the reward we'll get because of our willingness to do whatever it takes to get what we've decided is most important to us. I caution you to really give some careful thought to your personal constitution, because if you keep changing what matters most to you, you will never hit the mark. Make sense? I'll close by saying that knowing who you are and what's important to you will enable you to make choices and decisions each day that align with your values. That brings you clarity, which enables you to navigate through the obstacles that come your way, including the growing pains we're just coming out of here at CTFO. Simply put, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Once you've identified where you want to go, you can plan a route or path to get there. And having a clear vision of who you want to be is the first step in the journey as well. I decided 16 months ago that this company was the best way for me to get to where I wanted to go and live life according to my values and what's important to me. I trust all of you in this meeting with us this morning also want to live your best life on your terms, and success in this business can give you the time and financial freedom to do that. Klaus, I'm ready to turn this training over to you.
Thank you so much, Janet. And I have to say it. Thank you for being my business partner and newfound friend. And I'm so grateful to have you as my sponsor here in CTFO. And now, believe it or not, for over a year, we are doing, you are leading the Team Genesis, and we are doing these trainings and presentations every week. It's hard to believe, time flies by. But any case, guys, first and foremost, thank you for being here this morning. And I want to say that everything that leads up to a business like CTFO is just as important as your road to success with this home-based business. And it includes our mindset, our attitude towards goals that we are like to accomplish, our why for doing this, our drive, and our inner motivation. Now, I grew up with 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and I was right there in the middle. I had 2 older and 2 younger ones. And our parents always told us kids, Klaus, if you work hard enough, you can do whatever it is you want. Now, later on in school, I fell in love with the United States. I watched on weekends cowboy and Indian movies. And you know what? In Germany, you have to go into the military, and my dad took us to a German military base to an open house. And guess what I did already back then? I pulled someone aside and said, hey, when I'm a grown up, I need to go in the military, but I want to go to the United States. And they simply told me, when your time comes, volunteer to the German Air Force and they will send you, which I did. And at the end, I spent over 7 years here in the United States, where I met my wife, and I'm still married today. Now, while I was going to school, learning computer science, which I didn't like. And many of you know that I am not really computer literate. I only know what I know and I don't really touch the rest. Any case, somebody shared with me multi-level marketing at that time. And guess what? I quit school after 2.5 years to start selling water filters door to door. And I can tell you stories about that sometimes, another time. But any case, when I went to training similar to what Jeanette and I am doing here today and have done for the last year, I learned about residual income and leverage. I liked it. I also understood something John Paul Getty said. He was the first oil billionaire in the US many decades ago. He said, I rather earn 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% on my own. Guys, we all are taught in schools to, earn 100% on your own effort. Get, a good job, work for a big corporation, make a good income until you retire. We all know most people have a second job. Most people don't have those good paying jobs. They have too much months at the end of the money. Now, anyway, this residual income and leverage stuck with me. I actually interviewed very successful people in network marketing and put together my own training, which I still teach today. Guys, success is not a straight line. It never meant to be. It's not that you can start a business like ours and boom, you're successful if you just hang on long enough. No, we have to understand realities before success. And you have that in every business, in our business profession, in traditional business, even in a regular job. And there is one thing that's very important, that's self-motivation. See, when we start something new, it doesn't matter what it is, the first 30, 60, 90 days, we are self-motivated. We do everything. Nobody needs to tell us anything. Let me go out there and get it done. Well, until reality sets in. You get disappointed. People will not join you that you expected could be good. You become maybe depressed or doubt kicks in. You know, that little devil in the back of our head telling us, Klaus, this business doesn't work. Only a handful of people at the top will make all the money. That's wrong. That's not right. Now you have a choice. You can drop out or you partner with somebody who still is doing it and successfully doing it. Not just bragging or not just hyping. Teaching you realities. We all need a mentor or a coach to get us back on track. And then to me, actually, our business realities before success is more like Wall Street, right? It goes up and down and up and down, but it's important where we are at the beginning of the year and where we end up at the end of the year. Unexpected things always happen in every business. We just have to be willing to work through those to succeed, and we will. I guarantee you that. But the bottom line is that we persist without exception until we succeed. Now, do what the leaders do. And I'm not saying do what the wannabe leaders do. Those are people who don't have a track record. And I just know in our case, Jeanette, she has a great track record. That's why I'm so grateful for her to have enrolled me. And I have a track record too. But building those successful businesses is not about us. It's about the people that we attract into our business. Our business is, is very, very simple, but also very diverse. There is a trial and error in our business that we have to work through. And we have to learn how or in other words, you have to become comfortable to do the uncomfortable things. And there is no shortcut in our profession. When we all went to school and the school teacher spends a lot of time to teach and lecture us, right? In any kind of school or even in any kind of business. Then comes a test at the end. And some fail and other ones score 100. Guys, it's the same thing in our business. Some people are always willing to go the extra mile, while others just want to be handed this business on a golden plate, I would say. I always believed in learning the basics and teaching the basics. And that's maybe you have heard the 80-20 rule out there. I believe that all the hours that you put into your business on a week-to-week basis, that at least 80% of those times, and it doesn't need to be 50 hours. If you put 10 hours aside, it's great too. But 80% of whatever time you put aside, you need to do income-producing activities. I don't need to tell you what those are. You know yourself. Whatever helps you to increase your income in our profession, in our business. And 20%, you can try all those other things that you are not good at. Guys, I'm not good in internet marketing. I'm not good in social media marketing. Does it work? Absolutely. You know what I do? I attract people that are good at that. I don't really want to learn it because it takes too long. It took them years to learn it. Or if they are very talented, they can do it quicker. But you know what? I'm not that talented. There's a difference between needing something or wanting something. Sometimes people don't understand the difference. If you want something, you will find a way. You know, I found a way. I wanted to come to America when I was a little kid. Guess what? A ticket back then cost $2,500. My dad only made a month $700 or so. And I said to myself, Klaus, you never get there with a ticket and flying over here. So I had to find another way, which I did. Now, if you need something, you need it first until you can do something else. And that's not really the right mindset. Guys, you don't need to learn all about the internet marketing to become successful. I sure didn't. And many of you know that I have built over my last 30 years several million-dollar businesses. And I did it all through following the basics. You don't need to learn all about social media marketing or business-to-business marketing, cold calls, or lead list marketing to become successful. Just get good at doing the basics and attract those people that are. That's all we need. But you always want to know about it, about team building. And you know, our simple concept is share the products, share the opportunity, and teach others to do the same. That's all I like to say here today. It's a shorter training. And, we could talk so much about our business and the things you need to do. We have a lot. We have our digital toolbox. There's all the things in there you need to become successful. You just need to work it out, work through it, and look for a partner that you love to work with and go and get it done. Guys, thank you all very much for being here today. We see you next Wednesday and next Saturday at another part of our meeting. And all I say is have a good day, a great weekend, and God bless you.